Welcome back to the Boudoir. I am your host, Aisha Jones, and we are on episode 20. Today's episode is going to be for my people who have social anxiety, people who are on more of the homebody side, like myself. I am somebody who loves a good, cozy hobby, staying in the house knitting, watching a show, eating great food. I definitely did a ton of that in the fall, and we loved that. It was great. But I really want to drive home the fact that we need to have some great quality time, especially quality time outside. We're going to touch on all types of quality time and the importance of spending time with yourself, the ways in which it can drastically improve your life for the better and heighten the overall quality of your life. Because honestly, we have been playing small for way too long, okay? Like, I just feel like there's a certain energy this summer. I know the world has gone to caca. All right, if you look around, the world is very depressing. It's very scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, and this energy has been a lot for us to carry. Joy and having fun and having curiosity and doing things that make you feel good is necessary if you want to create change. If you're going to be in this life thing for the long haul, it is super important to prioritize having fun and doing things that make you feel good. And we're going to touch on spending good quality time with yourself, because everybody, of course, knows the 5 love languages. You have acts of service, gifts, and then you have quality time is one of them. And we usually think of that when it comes to relationship with a partner or even friendship, but it is super important, and a lot of us tend to overlook this, but we need to have amazing quality time within ourselves. While it's great to receive quality time from other people, and you definitely need that, like if your life is a big pie, you have different slices for different things, your family, your friends, your pets, whatever makes you happy. And then of course you need to reserve some of that pie for yourself and the type of quality time you're spending on yourself. What kind of self-care rituals are you doing? Are you taking yourself out on dates? Are you doing things that are enriching your mind and helping you grow and helping you expand? Traveling to new places? Are you putting yourself in uncomfortable situations that are only going to make you better and stronger? And I just feel like a lot of us are holding on to so much potential, and we're just sitting on so much greatness and so much uncharted and untapped potential. If there was ever a time to test out your new wheels and try out this whole new life that you're trying to build for yourself, that would be now, summer 2024, okay? It's hot outside, the birds are chirping, the sun is shining, like the rooftops are calling our name, folks. The cafes, the books in the park, and we're gonna talk about money. Do not fix your little fingers and be like, but money. I know the money is looking funny, right? But we're gonna talk about this, okay? Because I'm a woman of practicality. I want to give you tips to help you improve your life and to help you live the dream life you deserve to live. You deserve to be the star of your own universe. You deserve to be on a path that truly makes you feel happy and fulfilled. We don't play small around here. We don't have limiting beliefs around here. Like, we're realists. We can see the world around us. We can see things are not as great. That is the very reason why it is super important for us to pour into ourselves, because without pouring into ourselves, how can we pour back into the world and make this place the best place it can be for everybody? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm rambling because I'm super excited about this topic. This is very spiritual, very just for the girls conversation. So please, if you are somebody who imposter syndrome, anxiety, you're scared to go outside, you're nervous about what tomorrow brings, I really want you to sit and listen into this episode, because I really want you to stop playing small this year. It's never too late. We're halfway through the year, if you can believe that. We're about to be in Q3. What the heck is going on? Like, life is happening right now, right here. So this is not the summer to play small. We're going outside. We're doing things. We're spending quality time on ourselves. So this topic came to me because I did something that I normally don't do, which is go outside. I know it's crazy. It's like, I'm very weird. I'm a very social person. I enjoy going out. I enjoy, going out on the town, doing it big, dressing up, trying all the hottest new restaurants and clubs and stuff. Like, that is totally who I am intrinsically. But however, money is a factor. I was laid off from my job earlier this year, so I can't go out and do the things that I would normally do with steady income coming in. But don't worry, we're working on that. All of that to say, I was just kind of feeling a little low. I think it was Tuesday. I just wasn't feeling myself, and I decided to get myself out of the house, and I needed to go run an errand. And after I was done with the errand, I was looking around. I was like, I see people walking outside. Everybody's looking happy because, the weather's nice. I saw people on their lunch breaks laughing with their coworkers, laughing with friends, tourists even. I saw beautiful girlies with their outfits on, like just enjoying life. And I'm just like, yo, what am I doing? Like, why am I trapping myself in my house? Like, I am not a prisoner. I can leave. Like, sometimes I get caught in these cycles of literally only leaving the house when I have to. And it's not always because something is wrong. I genuinely do enjoy being in the house. Like, I feel the safest when I'm at home. I feel like my energy is at its purest and highest when I'm by myself. I enjoy spending quality time with myself. So I never feel like I have to go out. But then sometimes I'm just like, no, like, what am I doing? I need to be seen. I need to go out. Like, I need to be among people. And it's like, it's not even about spending money. It's not even about trying the best restaurants, going to the best places. It's just sometimes all you need is to find a nice spot to sit. That's exactly what I did. I found this office building downtown in Chicago, and it was like a beautiful outdoor like scenery area. There was beautiful seating. Some people had their headphones in, just watching videos on their phone. There was a guy that was taking a nap there, like, and the energy, we were all just in our own little world. We were all like just among each other, sitting in nature, sitting outside. Like, these were all things we could have done at home, been all cooped up in the house like we've been doing all fall and winter. Like, just sometimes being around other people's energy can fill you up. And I really do understand extroverts and people who are very social and are going out multiple times a week. Like, I honestly can understand that. Like, you do get filled up with so much positive energy just switching up your routine. Like, if you're somebody who normally stays at home for whatever reason, maybe you do have social anxiety, maybe whatever your story is and why you are the way you are, sometimes just switching up your routine and throwing off your equilibrium can give your body a new challenge, a new territory to adapt to. And we need that. Like, when we get too much of what makes us feel comfortable, we can kind of feel like things are bleak, things are boring, things are not changing, like we're not expanding. And even something as simple as taking a different direction to work, turning on a different road, or like trying a new cafe, like just doing something that you normally don't do, ordering something new or a new drink that you've never tried, like that in and of itself makes you realize and appreciate how beautiful life is, just as long as you open your eyes and you look at everything around you. So I went out that day, and then I went out the next day, and I sat at this restaurant bar. It's something I love to do. When I go out to these things, I don't go expecting anything. Like, of course, I'm always open to speaking to people and getting approached and whatever, but I just kind of let the vibes tell me what to do. Like, if I feel like striking up a conversation with the stranger next to me, I will. But I was just enjoying my own vibe, my own energy, sipping on a little mocktail, and this girl next to me starts talking to me, and turns out she had just gotten married that day. And I was like, what the heck? And she was so young too. She was 21 years old. She was talking about how she just got married. She had gotten eloped, I think downtown somewhere, and it was beautiful. She showed me the pictures that she took. She was still wearing her dress. It was so pretty and like ornate. And it just looked super fun, and like it was so Gen Z, like so the type of weddings that we want. Their best friend, I think, initiated the wedding, and then they had one other person there. Like, that is my dream wedding. I don't want this whole big production. And it was just so cool, like doing things like that and just putting yourself out there, switching up your energy and allowing people to experience you. Like, it can boost your mood. It really can. And like, especially if you're looking good and you get compliments from people, I'm sorry, like, I'm not above a compliment. Sometimes you really do just need to be seen and appreciated and be seen outside to like reinvigorate yourself. And so, like, for my ladies, for my baddies and saddies, I don't know if you're going through like a depressive episode. I really hope not. Like, I really hope this summer, like, you can do things and have fun. Like, everything doesn't have to be so serious. I know we would all love to travel to Milan and like do all these great grand things, and like the money, of course, is always a factor. But again, sometimes something as little as like taking the bus to a new part of your neighborhood that you've never seen can be so fun, and like just figuring out, your surroundings and getting to know things like that. It can make you feel so good. So please don't be scared. Trust yourself. You can do anything you put your mind to if that's what you want to do, but you've been feeling scared or nervous, or like maybe you're planning a solo trip and you just don't know if you're ready for that. I say go for it. Like, this is the time. Prove to yourself that you can spend quality time with yourself. You deserve that. Like, you deserve to know what it feels like to be loved and to be nurtured by you. Especially if you're young. Like, around here, we are not scared of aging. Like, each and every day that you're alive and that you're walking on this earth, you're experiencing things, you're inhaling and exhaling. Like, that is a blessing. So, like, we're not scared of aging. But all of that to say, you are only going to be this young in this exact moment. So like each second as this video goes on, you're getting older. You're getting a second older, a minute older. And like those little seconds and minutes add up to days, and then add up to weeks and months and years. One day you look up and you're like, whoa, how did I get to this age? It's insane, and it goes before your eyes. And it's like, time is the one thing that nobody can buy more of. Like, we all pretty much get the same amount of time, and you do with that time what you want to do. Some people divvy it out in quarters and they take each year a quarter at a time. Some people live day to day. Some people plan out, 5-10 years in advance. Whatever your style is, just remember that the time is not going to be there forever. And that is not to scare you. I say that to take that power and transmute it into something amazing and spend that amazing quality time with yourself. Sometimes you got to dip into the savings account and do the facial. You got to do the workout class. You got to do the thing that, you've been so scared and like tight-wadded about. Sometimes you have to just let that money go, because you don't know. Like, sometimes maybe you're like, oh, I don't want to go out because I need this last $50 to do whatever. Sometimes you need to just go take it. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know who you're going to run into. You might meet somebody that becomes a permanent fixture in your life, and it was all at the cost of what, $50? Like, you have to remember that, life is all about choices, and you can't be so scared and like second guessing yourself when it comes to trying to make new friends. Like, yeah, everybody might not be receptive, everybody not be as open to whatever you're trying to do, but the point is, you have to get used to putting yourself out there and allowing people to consume your energy and like get the essence of who you are, because what you have going on is so unique and beautiful to you, and like your little je ne sais quoi is going to be different from my je ne sais quoi to their je ne sais quoi. It all has a place in this world. It all deserves to be seen and experienced. That also goes for like creative ventures. Like, a lot of you are probably creative women who are on my channel. This sucky world can really bring you down and like take that away from you, but you can't let it. Like, you deserve to have your creations be shown. It's not cringe to post on Instagram. It's not cringe to post on TikTok. It's only cringe if you think it's cringe. And even if somebody else thinks what you're posting is cringe, like, they're probably not doing anything. They're probably too scared to try whatever they want to try. At least you're actually taking the chance. Cringe or not, you're taking the chance, and that one chance might bring you lots of money one day. Okay, so it's just a choice. Again, time. You do with your time what you want to do with your time. I sure do hope you're using that time to do things that will propel you forward. And through spending this quality time with yourself, you really start to learn so much. Like, you would truly be surprised how much you can evolve and learn just by doing things on your own. Just by doing something as simple as solo traveling, taking yourself on a solo date, walking to a new part of the city. Like, think about it. Through doing things like this, you're navigating Google Maps. Maybe you're not used to reading maps, but you're trying to figure out which way is east and west and how to turn on these streets, and you're calling for a reservation. You're doing things that you don't normally do. Maybe you're scared of talking on the phone or whatever, or making plans, and like, you're taking the initiative to do that. You're dealing with flight cancellations and hotel bookings and all these different things that you are doing all by yourself. Through those actions, you're building trust within yourself. and you're building that self-love and self-confidence. Like, that is truly the way to build self-confidence, through that trust, through going through those hardships, through using those problem-solving skills to get you to safety and get you to do the things you want to do. You are building trust within yourself. You're building comfort and stability within yourself, because you are training your mind and your body to say, I can do this, I can handle myself, I'm independent. While I love help, while I accept help and appreciate help, I'm not closed off to it. I know that I can do the things I want to do, and I don't need to wait for anybody. And not to mention the energy of seeing a woman who is so comfortable in her own skin, and someone who's able to sit at a bar by themselves and just have a drink, not have their head buried in their phone, and really taking in the energy, walking in slowly, scanning the room, being relaxed and comfortable, synced in your body. That energy, people can't get enough of that, because it's like, you don't see that too often. You don't see someone who can just go out on their own, likes to just take the initiative, get up and go, and they don't need anybody, an entourage, people around them. They just go on their own leisure. I think that's a really powerful superpower to have, because you'll never know when you'll have to be alone. Maybe you'll get a job that you have to travel and you're traveling by yourself. Those are things that will help build your self-esteem, help build the trust within yourself, and just help you grow through life. So don't be scared of this power that this new sense of confidence and reassurance is going to bring you. Like, people are going to want to be in your space. People are going to want to be in your energy, and they're going to want to get to know you because you're just so unique and interesting. Lean into that power. Don't run away from it. That is what's going to bring you the abundance you're looking for. This summer is this is the time to do, be, live, create. This is not time to think and second guess and over plan and over perfectionize things to the point where you're not actually taking direct action. This is about taking action, worrying about the consequences when it gets colder out in the fall and winter. But for right now, we're just here to live and thrive and have a great, happy summer. Take $5 and go on the bus, go to a new part of your city, window shop around the neighborhoods, get yourself a little ice cream, a little coffee or whatever. Smile at people when you're walking, look at people in the eye, give them eye contact. If you see somebody cute, smile at them, invite them into your space. Okay, yes, ladies, you can do that. It's not weird. And the worst thing that'll happen is if they don't reciprocate, or if they got somebody, they'll just smile and walk away. Return it as enthusiastically, but smiling at somebody is harmless. That is the perfect way to open up the conversation, because a smile is pretty ambiguous. I mean, if you're flirting, there's a way to give them a little smile that's a little more, got a little more razzle dazzle, but we're not talking about that today. So I say this to say, again, just lean into that power, lean into the social part of yourself. You have it somewhere buried inside of you. If you have a part of you that is scared of social situations, there's definitely a part of you that is not scared. We just gotta figure it out and get used to putting ourselves out there. And you'd really be surprised how little it takes and little energy smiling takes, and all of the people that it can bring towards you without doing any sort of heavy lifting. Take $20 and go to a new cafe. If you usually work from home, go work from a cafe somewhere. Go find your corporate man in finance or whatever. Get outside of your house and do the things you normally do. If you like to write, if you like to edit content, go do all of that outdoors. If you got $0 in your pocket, go do that at a public park somewhere, a public seating area, a library. There's options for everybody. Take $50 and take yourself to a nice upscale lunch or dinner. Go to a nice hotel lobby. Go to different environments that bring different sides out of you. Do hiking activities, bring out the athletic side of you, the resourceful part of you. Upscale places, casual places, entertainment. Switch it up and figure out what you like, and the areas and the environments that bring out the best traits in you, and the ones that bring in the worst, so that you can steer clear of those. It's all about trial and error with this quality time thing. You gotta really date yourself. Learn who you are, learn your likes and dislikes, learn about the things that make you smile. And I really want to drive home this point. Seize the day today. A lot of us get stuck in these holding patterns, and we put ourselves on this weird unspoken timeout, and we stifle ourselves without even giving ourselves the chance to try things, because we're scared of cringe or whatever, or it's only going to get 200 views. I'm scared. I don't know. Are people going to like it? Are people going to talk about me, judge me? And it holds so many great creative people back, or just people that deserve to be, out in this world just like everybody else. Like, I don't think anybody deserves to live their life feeling shameful for doing normal things and doing things that make them feel happy. So you don't have to wait until X, Y, and Z. You don't have to wait until you lose 30 pounds. You don't have to wait until you get this special, amazing It Girl makeup product. Seize the day today. The more and the quicker you take the action now, the sooner you're going to get the fruits of your labor. And you're going to see the abundance that you're trying to bring in. You're only going to see it by doing. And you know what? Listen, I support everybody. So if you're like a super, super, super introvert and you just cannot bring yourself to go outside, or you just don't want to do it often, you can still show yourself love and great quality time by doing some things at home too. You can watch some good TV, cook yourself a nice, tasty, like hearty meal. Cooking is a love language for me too. I love to cook for other people. I love to cook for myself. Like, there's something about putting that meticulous energy into the food you're going to serve to somebody or to yourself that can just make you feel so loved. Like, think about it. When somebody cooks for you, it makes you feel really good, right? You could also learn some hobbies, like even hobbies that you're like, oh, I don't know if I could do this, like a piano or something, roller skating. Don't just limit yourself to painting or coloring. Not that those are not good hobbies. Like, I do both of those things, but like, think outside the box. Go back to childhood. Think about the things that you've always wanted to do, but you were just too scared or you didn't know if it was practical. Like, life is meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to discover all of this uncharted territory. Like, you're supposed to try things. You don't have to stick with everything. I think there's a lot of like demonization on people who start things and put them down. Like, you're allowed to try things. You don't have to have everything, just because you start something doesn't mean you have to necessarily hold on to it forever. If you don't like it, it's fine. You just tried it. You did what you wanted to do, you fulfilled that need, and then you move on to the next, We're supposed to live. We are supposed to try things. Good quality time with yourself can also look like doing things that stimulate your mind and enrich your intelligence, like learning a new language, watching documentaries, learning a new skill that will help you in your career, taking a course. Learning doesn't have to stop after high school and college. Like, it's really important, especially for your neuroplasticity and aging, like, to continue challenging your brain and giving your brain more things to uncover and get those little neurons fired off. They love that. This summer, please make sure to pour into yourself. Like, this is the time. If you're used to wearing a bunch of different hats for everybody else, take off the people pleaser hat. This is the time. This is the summer for you to pour that energy back into yourself, okay? Bask in the sunlight, sunbathe, go to new parks and stuff. Like, now is the time to do that. We're not doing the imposter syndrome. We're not doing the limiting beliefs. We have no place for that here. Not here. Not on this podcast, okay? And through pouring into yourself, you will be better mentally, spiritually. You'll be able to nurture your other relationships as well, because you will be fully taken care of on the inside, which is what matters the most. And when you find the light within yourself and you let that light shine through, you also inspire others to find their light within themselves, and maybe even let their light shine on other people, and you just create a great chain of everybody living their authentic truth. So you're not selfish for spending quality time in yourself. You absolutely need it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. All of my ladies that are holding themselves back, we're done. We're done with that. Go live life. You deserve it. Like, you are such a creative, divine being. You deserve to be seen. Don't forget to like today's video, and if you are listening to me on Spotify or Apple, make sure you rate me 5 stars and rate me a great review. Let's expand the Boudoir Babe family. I also am now on Substack. I will leave that information in the description box down below. I'm going to be writing more. Some of it's going to be like little written versions of the episodes that I'm posting, but I'm also going to write my own stories and just talk about all things life, girly girls, fashion, whatever I want to talk about, culture, society, All right, I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.